we are going to learn about human skull. Human skull consists of norma frontalis, norma lateralis, norma verticalis and norma occipitalis. Now today we are going to learn about norma verticalis. Norma verticalis consists of the bones. This is frontal bone, two parietal bone, right and left parietal bone, and on the posterior aspect occipital bone. Now norma verticalis consists of the four bones. The frontal bone is articulated with the two parietal bone by a suture known as coronal suture. So, frontal bone articulates with right and left parietal bone by a suture known as
coronal suture.
The two parietal bone, as you can see over here, right parietal bone and left parietal bone. The right and left parietal bone articulates with each other by a suture known as
sagittal suture.
The two bones, parietal bones, articulates with each other by a suture known as
sagittal suture.
Posteriorly, the two parietal bone articulates with occipital bone by a suture known as lambdoid suture. As you can see over here, the sign of lambda, as the name suggests, this is lambdoid suture, which articulates occipital bone with two parietal bone. Now we switch over to some points. So the point where the coronal suture meets anteriorly with the sagittal suture, this point is known as bregma. The point where the coronal suture meets with sagittal suture anteriorly, this is known as bregma. The point where the two parietal bone articulates with the occipital bone, this point is known as lambdoid suture, lambdoid point or lambdoid point. Now see, we learn about the parietal bones. So as you can see over here, there is a parietal lambda point. So 2.4 to 4 centimeter just above the lambda point, you can see two foraminas just beside the sagittal suture. So this is one foramina, red colored you can see, and this is another. So right and left parietal foraminas. These foraminas transverse emissary veins from scalp to the superior sagittal sinus. Now you can see the point between the two parietal foramen over the sagittal suture. The point between the two parietal foramen over the sagittal suture, this point is known as obelion. This point is known as obelion. Now see, the frontal bone in fetal skull, the frontal bone is divided into two halves by a suture known as metopic suture, but it fuses by the age of 6 years. So in adult human skull, we cannot appreciate this metopic suture. Now we see over to the clinical importance of norma verticalis. Over the norma verticalis, we have a bregma point and a lambda point. Bregma point, there is anterior frontanelli in the fetal skull. See this point, as you can see, this is a bregma point. There is an open space in the fetal skull. This is known as anterior frontanelli. So this closes by the age of 18 to 24 months. Now on the posterior side where there is lambda point, over the lambda point there is posterior frontanelli. That means an open space in the fetal skull at the point of lambda, that is known as posterior frontanelli. This posterior frontanelli is open in the fetal skull, which closes by the age of 2 to 3 months after birth. Now students, why there is space in between the anterior frontanelli and posterior frontanelli? Do you know? So this anterior frontanelli, during vaginal delivery, these bones overlap each other. So anterior frontanelli, these spaces are for the development of the brain. So during normal vaginal delivery, this space is open. So these bones overlap each other in the anterior frontanelli and posterior frontanelli too, so that the size of the head reduces, which helps in normal vaginal delivery. Now what if the anterior frontanelli closes before the age of 18 months? So what will happen? It means that there is less development of the brain and the child may be less intelligent. Now if anterior frontanelli is open after the age of 24 months or 2 years, it means there is raised intracranial pressure. If anterior frontanelli is depressed, it means it mostly occurs in case of dehydration. So in the case of dehydration or acute gastroenteritis, a child suffers from dehydration. In that case, you can see there is depressed anterior frontanelli. So one more thing I just want to tell you, that if there is any swelling anywhere over the skull, that is known as cephal hematoma, and it occurs due to the breakage of small capillaries during the delivery. Students, in norma verticalis there is superior temporal line and inferior temporal line. The superior temporal line is the continuation of the frontal process of the zygomatic bone. It arches upward, crosses the frontal bone, coronal suture, parietal bone and fades backward. Then inferior temporal line, it also when traced anteriorly, the superior and inferior temporal line are acts as a single line, but when traced posteriorly, the inferior temporal line continues with the zygomatic arch. So superior temporal line, which starts from the frontal process of zygomatic bone and continues upward, arches upward, crosses frontal bone, crosses sagittal, crosses coronal suture, crosses parietal bone and fades on the posterior aspect of the bone, parietal bone. And inferior temporal line, if traced anteriorly, it is a single line which merges with the superior temporal line, and posteriorly it arches upward, crosses parietal bone and continues with the zygomatic process of the zygomatic bone. So in this way we have completed norma verticalis. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.